People can go their entire lives without ever really figuring out what they truly want. Don't let this be you. My name is John Clark. I'm a licensed therapist at calmagaincounseling.com. In this video, I'm going to be helping you figure out what you really want out of life and how to start going after it. So the first step that I would suggest you take is to think about what we call dissonance or cognitive dissonance. Dissonance is basically the tension between our values and what we really believe and our behaviors or what we really do. So for instance, if one of my values is health, but lately I've been making a lot of really unhealthy choices like eating poorly, not exercising, staying up too late, drinking too much, then I'm going to have dissonance between those two. There's only two ways to resolve dissonance: change the belief or change the behavior. In this situation, ideally I would change the behavior, in other words, start behaving more in more healthy ways to align with that value of health. Well, how do you figure out what your values are? If you were here in my office, we'd sit down on the floor and I would spread out a bunch of laminated cards, maybe a couple hundred of them, and they all have different values on them. Things like health, family, creativity, community, things like that. What you would do is you basically pick from all of those different values and put them into, let's say, two categories: very important to me and not important to me at all. Let's say you should pick your top 3 in each category. We're actually going to put a link down below to this exact exercise. Once you've identified your values, just consider it like a rough draft. This is kind of your best guess as to what you feel like your values are, and now it's time to start really calibrating toward those values and living a life in more alignment. Another way to figure out what you really want, let's say you're struggling to know what to do in your career or what kind of job you want or whether you want to go for that executive position at your company. Well, here's a trick for you. Let yourself daydream. Think of a situation where you often daydream. Maybe it's taking a long drive, maybe it's taking a long bike ride or going surfing. When you sit down and you've got nothing else to do but daydream and you start to think about the possibilities of life and you really let your unconscious mind take the wheel, that's when you really want to tune in. That's when you're going to get some really critical material and information about what you truly want out of life. Another question to ask yourself is, how do you want to feel at the end of a day? Let's just imagine that you're getting into bed, you're tired from working hard or having a ton of fun. What exactly happened in that day? What time did you get up in the morning? What did you eat for breakfast? Who were you with during the day and what were you doing? Again, how did you feel at the very end of the day when you got into bed and went right to sleep? Think about this for a second and then find ways to incorporate more of what happened in this day into your daily life. So once you figure out what you truly want and what's missing, you just need to start calibrating and recalibrating your life. Again, it's just about creating more alignment between your values and what you really want and your actions, what you really do. Keep in mind that nothing is permanent, everything changes, and sometimes you're really going to be kind of honoring certain values during certain seasons of your life. You're going to have certain periods where you're working twice as hard, or other periods where you're not working as hard, but you're focusing more on your health. This is just part of being human, so you have to be flexible with all of this. Whatever you do, look for small, iterative and repeatable behaviors that you can change. So again, if health is something you want to change, you might start by just walking for 15 minutes a day. You need something that'll be a quick, repeatable win, something that's going to get you some momentum, something that can create that snowball effect in a positive direction. The reality is, I think no matter who you are, people want to know that their life matters. And how do you know that your life matters? Well, because you're affecting change on other people. You're affecting the lives of other people in some positive way. This could be anything from being a doctor and saving people's lives, or being an elementary school teacher and really helping that struggling student. This might be being the janitor at that school and really taking pride in doing a good job and creating a clean environment for students to learn in. It's up to you to assign meaning to your life. It is completely within your power to find your own meaning and to be happy with your life. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button for me. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. What kind of values do you have? What are you doing right now to either uphold your values, or what are you doing that's getting in the way of upholding your values? Make sure to hit that subscribe button while you're at it and check out the other videos in our channel. If you want help with stuff like this, just head to calmagaincounseling.com. Thanks again. I'll see you real soon.